we going to get into?
Well, here's the thing. We had a conversation, and I wanted to re-release the WNBA gimmick. But after you told me about the community and like how it's community, we had that conversation
last episode.
I just don't want people to think I'm making fun of them. I am satire most of the time, but is me saying that I feel like a woman on the basketball court, is that a shot at that community?
Yeah, don't you think so? Don't you think?
No, I just want to play basketball at a level I still can play.
You decided you're going to be transgender. Don't you think actual?
I didn't just decide. I said I was going to see myself as a different sex on the basketball court so I could dominate.
But you don't think that that's making fun of them by saying?
If it is, I mean, do you think when you drive slow in the fast lane that is problematic? But you do it sometimes still?
How can you even compare those two things?
It's pretty easy.
No, I don't. I think you're, again, going to get us canceled.
No, what do you mean canceled? Like,
well, I mean,
they can shut us off?
I think you're going to have people outside your door protesting and like,
dude,
maybe
imagine
spray paint rainbows on your building or some shit.
So that's illegal, and then that's when arrests come. I hope that wouldn't happen because I'm not doing anything hateful.
Well,
I love
you
everybody.
are.
No. In your summation, it is. But like, since when did you become a cop?
No, I'm not. I'm certainly not, and I am not the moral police either. And I don't, say everything politically incorrect or correct. I should say.
I don't even know what that term means politically. Like, I don't like politics.
Yeah, right.
So I don't even know if that even exists.
Yeah. Okay.
So listen, at the end of the day, I'm just going to say what I say. And when you say get canceled, I'm not sure quite what that means because I run a comedy show and people have already tried it. We'll get into it in the show, but we had somebody reach out and try to cancel us so we couldn't do ads, and it gets wild.
Really?
We can't do ads now.
Why?
On Facebook. Somebody said that we use hateful speech and like it's a comedy show.
Shit,
so that's
bad,
my thing. So I'm going to go and lean into it even harder because I'm going to show that you cannot. If it's satire, you're just trying to be funny. This is a comedy club. We are sitting on the comedy stage, the What's Good Tampa Show comedy stage, which we're going to get into as well. You know what? Judge not or be judged first. DMX said that.
Oh wow, did he? Was that the DMX quote?
Yes.
Wow.
Well,
okay.
it was in his original.
He's dead now, right?
Yeah, sad.
Man, that's terrible.
What a killer. What a killer beat.
Did Busta Rhymes die too?
No, he's still chilling.
He's still chilling.
Him and Janet Jackson just did some gimmick and stuff. But
really?
Let's start the show.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome to the What's Good Tampa Show. What's Good Tampa Show. This is where we talk about all things Tampa Bay and beyond. Coming to you from the Gimmick in Ybor City. Here's your hosts, Austin and Sean.
Just a classic intro.
I know. It never gets old, does it? And it gets me pumped for the show every time.
And we need to make sure that it fires us up for what we're about to talk to. But to elaborate a little bit, I think we get right into this idea of cancellation. I think cancellation is on its way. I think cancellation completely is on its way out.
Why?
Well, because if you call somebody racist, homophobe, if you do it so many times and everything becomes bad,
right?
It loses a little bit. And especially in comedy, it's like, there was a gay joke or a homophobic joke or a fat joke. And if people say, like, that is just not a safe space, not only am I not going to go, I'm going to try to promote other people not to go. Well, I think once you do that, and you do it over and over and over again, and more people think it's stupid than people think it's valid, it goes away.
So you're kind of thinking it's like the boy that cried wolf. Like they just...
Not even cried wolf, because they probably believe that it's hateful in their mind, but, like, that's not... my problem.
But you're
that's
saying
your
if
mind's
it's the
problem.
same people that say it over and over again.
Not even the same people. Anybody, like somebody could come in here and get offended by a joke every single time.
Right.
Yeah. What I'm just saying is, if you're bitching and moaning about things that the majority of the people are like, why are you bitching and moaning? It goes away. It doesn't hold that same weight.
Right.
In the 90s, if you got called racist or homophobic or bigot, you're like, ooh, I'm going to shut up. Like now, everybody is.
Well, that's because I think there's way more platforms people can speak out on.
Yeah, it's social media.
Yeah.
Every Tom, Dick, and Harry can say something, and 5 people will agree with it.
Yeah.
But 5 people can turn into 10 people, and then if you get the right organization in the government to put behind something, it's going to go viral.
Well, I don't want to go too long on the whole thing because you made it very clear where you stand last episode about on the LGBTQ community.
I just believe they're a human community, just like all of us. We're all in the same community, and that's the problem. When you start putting people in boxes, I would even say people in that community, if we had them on the show, if they had, hey, do you want to be in your own community or do you want to be in the human community? Right. I think that is already sectioning them out. And I think that is something that the government or, these big businesses are trying to do, being like, no.
Right.
You're not in this you're in this special community or this, you're in this community that is, what's the word? Like, you're not seen as a real person. Like they're putting that into their head. Like now, if they have personal experiences that make them feel that way, I completely understand.
Yeah.
But they're in the human community, and I got your back. No matter who you are, if you're human, we are one nation under God, individual, of liberty and justice for all.
Yep. So, speaking of being put in boxes, what is that? Is that just a box of food just laying under your chair there and just sitting?
Yeah. So we had we had a food box. That's awesome. I don't even know if that's food because you're not allowed to have food at the Comedy Store. What
Why
I'm
don't you
guessing
bring
is
it up on stage
that
right
was
now and let's look in it?
I think that was a drink holder from the
Can you
comedy
give me
show
that
last
box
night.
right there?
No.
You don't see that box right there?
Yeah, it's actually a pet. It's a pet dog. It's a pet dog.
It's a pet dog in there? Yeah, okay, got it. Well, also, speaking of cancellation, I want your opinion on this, actually.
Okay.
So, I'm back. Tampa's Life is back. If you haven't noticed, content's flying out the door right now.
I've noticed that, and it actually looks really good, and I'm just upset that I haven't been called back since the Capital Tacos episode.
Well, if you want to watch the Capital Tacos episode, you can go on YouTube and watch it, but there's a reason.
It's the one time I'm allowed to go, and now I can't
you haven't been back. Yeah, well, Capital Tacos, speaking of them, they actually just opened up in Atlanta, I saw. Now, they're expanding, so you shit on them so bad, yet they're a growing company.
No.
Good for Capital Tacos. Check
Just
out
like
Capital
somebody in that
Tacos.
community saying they're getting shit on, or somebody gets pulled over by a cop saying they were profiling them. Like, that's just my opinion. So, but I'm
Right.
still in the
Just
human
your
community.
opinion.
I'm not in the I hate food reviews community. I am in the human community.
Yeah.
That I had a taco that was dog shit Willie, and I said it.
Okay. Well, good. Your opinion, right? And you said
Exactly. It's all opinions.
So, like I said, the Tampa's Life content is back on a roll. But the other week, I went and did a food review at this place called Del Moro's at Armature Works, and I got some hate from people that I know because I wasn't positive in the review. Now, is it one of those things?
Is that like a 4.4 out of 5?
I gave it like I don't know. I gave it like a 2-star out of 5 or some shit. And then it's just like eat anywhere else in Armature Works but this place because it just sucks and it's not good. And basically, I got people saying to me like, "Dude, are you trying to ruin their business? While you're fucking with them? And like, why are you doing this? If you don't have anything nice to say,
don't say anything.
Don't say anything at all."
So let me ask you a question. After getting that response, are you going to be captured and do what they say, or are you going to keep being truthful?
See, no,
because here's what I say.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're going to get more because by being truthful, people are like, "Oh, this idiot just gets free food and he just goes and he always gives it a good score." So
that's how I feel. I feel I'm adding validity to my reviews by every once in a while.
But it sounds like you get your feels, and I'm glad that somebody like me is in your life because you're also saying about this community, like, well, no, you have to respect other, I hope you don't listen to the masses, and I hope you keep doing what you're doing because in the end, being yourself and being truthful will always be a better way.
So you don't think that if I have nothing nice to say, maybe I just shouldn't post it or just not say anything? You say I post it no matter what.
You have to.
I have to.
Because that is people are watching because they want to see, like, should I go there?
Right.
And if they're like, well, Austin said it was awesome from Tampa's Life, never watching another food review because I went there and it was shit.
Right. Well, and again, it's all a matter of
But
opinion.
then I have an opinion about Capital Tacos and I'm never asked back, but it's whatever.
So in your opinion, keep on doing what I'm doing. If they're negative, just post it anyway.
I just think that we were put on this earth to do exactly what we feel like we should do. And now we can obviously change throughout time. Like, this is wrong, this is right, all those things. But like, if you're going to be somebody that gives true reviews and you're going to have people that actually look, if they're coming to Tampa, they follow your page, you have a lot of followers on that page. And if you're going to give some bullshit, right. Jones, thing, then it's terrible. You have to hit them with what it is. You are a wrestler. You don't have to shoot on somebody.
Right.
You don't have to work on somebody. It's got to be in wrestling. What do you call it when it's completely real?
That's a shoot.
Shoot
is real.
I know shoot, but like, is there a good shoot?
No, I mean, a shoot is a shoot. A shoot is just, it's real.
So what if you went there and it was awesome? You said it was awesome. There's no wrestling term for that. It is what it is gimmick.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's truth.
If I'm saying that it's awesome and it's awesome, it's
still a shoot, but it's a good shoot.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's a good shoot.
I like that.
And it's like if you hit somebody for real, that's also a shoot. Like, I guess
sure.
that would be a bad shoot, right? If I hit him, I'm shooting on him, right?
So, like, if you came in here and Simbodi, we still wish you, and he came in here and started talking jive, and it was a shoot, you guys would know. But if it was a work, there wouldn't be scars.
Exactly. And I'm shooting on somebody right now to come in to the studio get on stage with us and let's talk the business.
Yes.
That's what I want to do.
And you've wrestled with him before.
Not with him, but on the same shows as him.
And we were talking about the gimmick. This place is called the gimmick. The Simbodi gimmick is he the carny?
Yeah, he, carnival worker. That was like his original gimmick.
And then like became like a zombie gimmick.
And he spoke Carney. Like Carney is a certain language. Like Kizarn.
Now, do they have their own community? Carney community?
Carneys do. They have their own community.
And if you say something wrong about the Carney community, you might get canceled.
Yeah, well,
That's
it's
disgusting.
not as loud of a voice as maybe the LGBTQ
Maybe it
community.
should be. Carneys, if you're out there, please like and subscribe because we need some more Carney voices. If we're doing this, let's do it.
Right. Well, okay. So again, yeah, I appreciate
I'm
you
on
support.
one, sorry.
I appreciate you support the negative reviews that I do because I have another one I'm about to
Truthful
post.
reviews. Positive or negative, it's a truthful
That's a good
review.
way to put it. Truthful reviews.
Wow, is that? Should we get a page called Truth Reviews that I go on?
Wow. Yeah, that's a good
Now
idea.
we're talking.
Truthful reviews. Truthful Tampa reviews or something. That could be good. That could be good. Let me ask our live studio audience. Do you also believe I should just post the negative ones? Okay.
See, everybody always agrees with me on that.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, again, like I said, I had people reach out to me and go, "Why did you do that? Why would you do that?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Did you want me to lie?
Yeah, I mean, I went there to do a review, and if it wasn't good, what do you want me to just be like, "Oh, this is great"? No,
I mean, you have marks that want to like pay you to take you around the city. Are you going to take him to a place that you know shit, but you gave
No.
a good review? Oh, you gave a good review here, and then he goes there and like, what are you doing? Now they're not going to trust you anymore.
Yeah.
On this podcast, at least I speak. Listen, you don't have to love me, hate me, whatever you want to do, but at least I speak exactly how I feel.
I got a message from that guy again not long ago.
Oh, I'm
just a
sure.
few
Jet
weeks
ski
ago.
guy too.
No, jet ski guy. The
Mark.
that other Mark. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm glad that you are on the same page with me as that.
100%.
Okay, good.
So back to us getting
So
canceled.
if somebody, yeah, go ahead. Back to us.
What you were saying, us getting canceled, like, so it's us or the comedy of people protesting. Like,
Yeah.
I truly believe if you have a lot of negative or positive feedback,
Yeah.
whether it's a food review or protesting about a bad gay joke
Okay.
on stage, and by the way, I'm not a comic
No, of course not.
yet. So even
Thank
if that even if that happens, you still have to do what you're doing because if you're going to allow other people to influence you,
Yeah.
what are you?
Right. Yeah, you're not yourself. You're not true
And
to
then
yourself.
what value
you're not
do you
being
have?
true to yourself.
Yeah, if you're giving all good reviews,
but do
people
you
are
think
not
you're
going to
always
watch.
true to yourself?
Yeah.
Well, you say that like you're a great athlete and basketball player and all this other shit, but you can't even keep your body together.
Well, you can Google me and find out if I was good at
So are
basketball
you
or
being
not.
true to yourself?
100%. Oh, you're saying like because I played
dude.
basketball and tore my
Yeah.
labrum.
Yeah.
But dude, it's I'm supposed to be in a sling right now, legit.
Okay. So how is the shoulder going? People want to know.
I can get it to there.
You can get it to there.
It's bad, and all
So
the
that's-
bleeding from the bruising is
Yeah.
on my chest and my bicep.
Yeah.
So obviously someone's torn. I definitely. So it's been a week.
Okay.
And I was supposed to get an MRI Monday, and I've pushed it now to next
So
Wednesday.
why did you push the MRI?
Because I believe that if 2 or 3 weeks go by and it starts to heal itself,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm Wolverine
Okay.
or Unbreakable Bruce Willis. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying
What are you saying?
any chance you can do to heal yourself and not have to deal with a big pharma situation, doctors that think they know what their time.
Yeah.
They just, it's the notebook. This is the notes I took in college. Let's just do this.
Okay.
If that isn't an option, now, by doing that, am I risking the fact of not getting 100% mobility or things? Absolutely.
Right.
But let me ask you a question. A lot of things you do these days, you don't do as good as you did when you're 25. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, sure. I'm willing to bet that. But there are some things I do better.
Really?
too, yeah.
We won't get into it, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I think people who watch the show consistently are
Yeah.
going to say, like, you're doing this now. When you had your heart attack, you did the exact
I
same
didn't have a heart
thing.
attack. That's the thing. See, false premises
you
really get
ignored
weird.
Doctor's orders to take medication.
And didn't die and actually feel great.
But why? You have a whole family and kids. Why are you even risking
strength.
it, I guess?
I'm not. So here's the problem.
I get
you've
you're not
been
gonna die over torn shoulder.
you've been co-opted by whatever you watch on TV or like,
Yeah.
oh, they must just be smarter than me. Next thing
Right.
you're going to tell me is like, well, politicians, they must know better than me, so I'm going to let them make the decisions.
Well, there are
about.
certain things they know better than me. That's
Yeah,
what they do.
So you're saying like in California, you should allow mutilation of children if the doctors, even if they don't have their parents' permission. Hey, listen, the doctors know better than me. Boy, do you have kids?
I don't even know what the
Do
fuck
you-
you're talking about.
Well, do you know there's a huge problem with like children mutilation going on like right
No.
now?
No,
Not
I
even
don't.
Politics.
I don't know that. What does that mean?
So meaning if you're transitioning as a young person and you say I'm a boy but I feel like a girl
Right.
at 12 years old or younger, older, whatever,
Yeah.
you're allowed to go to the doctor and the doctor
The
is not going to
12-year-old is?
12-year-old, and is going to get, whether it's hormones or genetic reassignment surgery. I'm telling you that there's places in this country that are going to allow those doctors to make that decision without the parents' consent. What do you think about that?
I don't like that.
Now you're attacking that community.
No,
it's
I'm not.
so crazy you're attacking that community.
I disagree that I'm attacking that community.
Do you think if that was actually happening, let me ask you a question. If that was actually happening, do you think that's one of the biggest problems facing society?
Dude, I think a 12-year-old is way too young to make that decision for themselves. That's what I'm saying on that. That's
so
all
what I'm
saying.
telling you is
when
the
I
same
was 12
person
years old, I wanted to be a dinosaur.
Yes.
You don't fucking know.
So the
anything
same
at 12 years
person
old.
that said, after I had a flutter, by the way, I did not have a heart attack. It didn't happen. But I need to be on medication. Then I didn't take medication and didn't die.
That is so different than being a
In your
12-year-old
opinion.
who thinks that they
Where
want
does
to
it
be a
start?
boy
Where
or
does it end? That's on you.
Oh, my God.
It's all personal decision. Here's my question.
Medication is out there for a reason. They've been prescribing medication for years and
Let
years.
me ask you a
It
question.
works.
I don't want to ask personal questions. I'm not going to ask if you got vaccinated. It works. So let me
I
ask
did
you a
get
question.
vaccinated.
You
and
did?
Yes, and I regret that
So
decision.
did it work? This medicine.
No, not that. I have no way of knowing if it worked because I did get COVID after being vaccinated. So they definitely were wrong.
And gave it probably to somebody.
They definitely were initially wrong saying that you couldn't get it.
Initially wrong. They've been wrong since the beginning.
And then, but I do not know that after I was vaccinated, would my symptoms have been worse than they were or not?
You just said
That I
doctors
don't know.
the idea of doctors knows best. They made you put on a mask. It's been proven it didn't work. They made you get a vaccine.
These points I can't argue.
Of course, but here's my question. So now you're picking and choosing as a personal decision. Well, gender reassignment, I don't like that. But if you have a heart flutter and they're going to put you on all this medication, you should take it. Now I didn't.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. But you have kids, you have family. What about the 12-year-old that wants to transition to a girl?
How
has
is
parents,
that even
has
close
family.
to the same thing?
It's actually probably, you're right. It's probably more crazy that a doctor is willing to do something to a young child without their parents' consent. That's probably more crazy.
Oh, jeez. All right.
And it's not attacking, because like I said, apolitical.
Yeah.
There's no party I fit in.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you always bring it back to like sex trafficking. I just found out today, Florida has a major sex trafficking problem. Like one of the worst in the country.
Florida does?
Yes.
I'm not surprised. I mean, you drive down Kennedy Boulevard.
Nebraska.
fuck. Or Nebraska. I mean,
Here's
there's
my
these
point,
fucking
though.
sex spas everywhere.
So here's the problem.
Yeah.
So the cops don't know what's happening?
I don't know. I mean,
Why
they
are we
must
not
know.
kicking indoors? Why are we not saving? If there's thousands of kids down here being sex trafficked every day, why are we not kicking indoors?
I don't know that.
But
it's
they know
necessarily-
better than us, right?
Well, are they? Well, so
Let me ask you a question.
It's a front,
Are you a
first of all.
warrior or are you just somebody that sits in the back? Because it sounds like somebody. If you knew.
sit in the back.
Exactly. And that's the problem, is we need more people that lead from the front.
what the fuck do you want me to do? You want me to go
Me
kick
and
in
you
the
got to
doors?
strap up and we kick indoors and save children's lives.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. If you
Let's
had
do
a
it.
kid and your kid was being sex trafficked, 12 years old, would you kick in that door?
Oh yeah, of course I would.
Why?
Because it's my kid.
So they're the only ones that matter is your kid. If your kid was a 12-year-old...
I'm not going to kick in some door and get shot and killed for somebody I don't know.
Your kid's a 12-year-old boy,
Yeah.
but feels like a girl.
Yeah, let me ask you this question. Okay, so very same thing. So if you see, a couple out in public, and this is, I think I know what you're going to say, and I'll probably agree with you on it. But if you see a couple out in public, and the man is like bitch smacking the woman or beating her around,
Like assaulting her? Like
assaulting
illegal
her,
activity?
yeah, or like puts a gun to her head or some shit, do you jump in?
Are you asking me if I was at dinner and I saw a guy smack his wife in the face?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, see, I would too, actually, but
Well, no, if I see an assault...
I guess I'm saying, I guess more.
But I'll give you another one. If
Yeah.
you saw a bum getting beat up by an innocent bystander, would you jump in?
Oh fuck!
I would, because it's an assault. Citizen's arrest is for that
I feel
reason.
like men should be able to defend themselves against other men. I think if it's a man against a woman, then another man has a reason to jump in.
No, but I'm saying a woman, homeless person, getting beat by a man. on the
Yeah, I would
bench.
jump in. Yeah, if it's a woman, I think it's different. That's
But
the one
why?
they're making.
But here's my question. So you're going to make that instinct because it's correct thing to do, right? It's the right thing to do.
Right.
If I knew now what we know now, a
Well, you
year
don't
and a half
know
ago,
anything.
if
Again,
you said,
you're just assuming things.
I'm not assuming things.
Why? Because you saw it on the news that
It's
there was
just like
major
you-
sex trafficking.
It's
Just like I saw on the news
Or
about
just,
the.
you tried some chicken wings and you said whether you liked them or not. Everyone's not going to hate them. Everyone's going to, but we're allowed to have our own opinion.
Right.
Here's my point. If we know what we know now, a year ago when you got your shot, and I'm like, Austin, dude, I'm going to stop you
Yeah.
from this thing that could damage your body, maybe not.
Yeah.
But would I be labeled and could I have protesters if I was in there? Because we all
You
know
would
my-
have at the time. You had
Well, I did.
protesters. Yeah.
At my gym.
Yeah, you had protesters at your
Yeah.
gym because you didn't shut down.
Or never put on a mask. Or
never-
never. Yeah. Well, not because I was going against the system. It was because you have common sense. You don't have to be a doctor to understand that air can escape some bullshit bandana.
Right. I mean, I agree with you on that. I mean, I always thought the mask thing was fucking bullshit.
But you wore it.
I mean, you had to wear it in places.
Because I didn't.
You had to wear it in public.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, you didn't. You chose to. Oh,
No.
maybe. But isn't that worth it? To stand up for what you believe in. A
It's not worth it if
12-year-old.
I need to go in and grab a
Here we
gallon
go.
of
I'm
milk.
sorry.
If I have to go in and grab a gallon of milk and they're requiring me to wear a mask, I'll put the fucking mask on.
That's your choice.
I mean, come on. You're going to make...
A 12-year-old wants to get gender reassigned or hormones because they don't feel like they're in the body they're
not
right.
appropriate.
But you'll put on the mask. So where does the line cross?
You're so far on one side, then I mean, just
It's not a side, remember.
Yeah, the comparisons you're doing are just so unrelated.
That's
It's
your
apples
opinion.
and oranges.
That's your opinion. But I
No,
think if you
it's
can
not
make
my
somebody do
opinion.
something,
Anybody just
if
with
I
a
think
brain
if
would
you
know
can
this
make
is-
somebody do something small, they'll do something bigger. Oh, mask. Sean, shut the fuck up. The mask was 2 years ago. Yeah, but the shot was a year ago. And what's next year? So that's all there is to it. You know what? I have to calm down.
Yeah, you do.
Why don't
Take
you?
a break?
We'll take a quick break.
Okay. Wow. Maybe. Oh, man.
So you were never a cigarette smoker.
No.
So you were one of those queens that just started with vaping?
Queens. Wow. Again, starting with his hate speech. Your hate speech.
Dude, it's comedy. We're on the stage, but so you literally were like, let me try this vape, and that's how it started.
Yeah, I told you she was the one who got me. Yeah, I do blame.
Oh,
I
you're
do.
blaming people?
Well, yeah, I do. I blame people for all my problems, and she's the number one accuser.
So you just said, let me try this vape, and then you got
Yeah,
addicted
then
to
I got
what?
addicted to it.
Physically?
yeah, I guess so.
Was it the vitamin E in your lungs, or was it the mouth cancer you're going to get from the hating element?
Okay. Didn't you used to do like dip or some shit?
Yeah, in college I dipped.
Yeah, that's worse.
It
than
is?
vaping. Yeah, for your gums and shit.
Well,
yeah.
just raw tobacco in your lip.
Yeah, it's disgusting. That's
Well, it
way
might be
worse than a vape.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, it's
That's not
definitely true. It's definitely true.
Tobacco in your lip is not bad. Oh, so all the ancients
Yeah.
that threw tobacco in their mouth,
Yeah.
they died. They're going to die younger than these now kids vaping.
Yes. Oh man, that I don't know. I'm making that shit up.
Of course you are.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
That's
how
why
do you like
you-
being up here on stage again?
I love it.
Yeah, is it better than being back in the corner?
Yeah, that's now my art studio.
That's not your art studio. With that little
And now I'm
block.
cooled down because it got a little heavy.
Yeah.
But you can't start getting me on a tangent and getting crazy because,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I enjoy satire. So anybody that's offended, I mean, you got to really look at. We're on a comedy stage here.
Right. Okay. Oh, so that's why you wanted to move up here, because you wanted to be like, anything I say up on the comedy stage, it's satire, it's a joke, it's not real.
Yeah, and dude, if you're offended by it, you probably shouldn't watch.
Oh wow.
And I believe they're gonna watch because they're offended.
You think so? They're gonna
Maybe.
want to see what crazy thing you say next.
Let's find out.
All right. Well, let's find out. Well, let's throw another conspiracy out there. Is the
Oh,
world
shit.
flat?
Is the world flat?
Yeah.
Explain that. What's the premise here? Is the
mean-
world flat? What world?
This world that we're living in, the one
World
you're standing in
Or
right
planet? See, now you're not getting
now. Okay.
specific.
Is
here.
planet and the world two different things?
Yes, a world has many planets, as we're taught.
Or that's called the universe.
Well, the universe is even stars and everything beyond. But so you're saying world and planet is Earth?
Yes, exactly.
The same
It's
thing.
our world. Yeah, the one
Okay.
we're living in.
All right, and then what you're asking me is it flat?
Yeah, there used to be a big conspiracy that it was flat. Magellan went across the entire ocean.
Yeah.
Back to where he started.
Okay, is that how it happens?
Yeah, that's how we figured
And then
out it was
Kanye
not
said it
flat.
was flat?
And then Kanye went back and said, no, Magellan was wrong.
Is the Earth flat? Let me ask you, so are you telling me? Are you asking me? Is it a pancake floating through the sky? Is that what you're asking
yes,
me?
I'm
I don't
asking
believe
you.
that.
Yeah, like you could actually fall off the side of the earth.
No, I do not believe that.
Okay, so you believe it's round.
But what I'm saying is, I don't believe that premise is what we're talking about.
Like, where would the ocean go? It would just drip off into the galaxy.
Unless there was something stopping it from going.
Oh, like the Truman Show.
No, but that's like concrete.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
believe somebody built concrete on the outsides of the walls. Here's what I'll say.
Tell
I
me.
definitely don't think it's a pancake floating in space.
No, okay. What is it then?
But I definitely don't believe everything that we're taught as kids all the way up through. Like the whole idea of like you put the clay balls and they spinning,
Right.
tens of thousands of miles an hour I don't believe. I believe there's some room for because
Do you
again.
think the Earth
Let me ask you a question.
Do you think the sun goes
let me
up
ask
and
you a
down?
question. Do you think the vaccine cures COVID
Oh,
and stops you from spreading it?
You're not-
Now?
No, I don't.
Okay. And why don't you?
Because I've had it.
And have you had anything bad happen since it?
Since getting the vaccine?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
So, but what I'm saying is, so why now are you upset for saying, shit, I took it?
Just because I don't think it made any difference. I still caught COVID after I had it, and I still gave it to other people. Okay. So
now apply that to what you learned, kids with plants. So I said, now you still believe the same thing, right? Is there any chance that somebody lied to you growing up through the educational system about anything?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Can boys be girls, girls be boys? I'll give you another one. I don't even want to get crazy. Here's my question.
This is your new thing. This whole trans.
It's not new thing.
It's like
Well, I'm just trying to protect kids because kids are the future.
That's your main
priority. Kids are the future of this nation.
Protecting the kids. Yeah.
This nation.
Yeah.
I don't know what goes on other places.
Right.
This nation. If we're going to have a society that I want to protect the sanctity of life.
Right. Okay.
But here's my question about flat Earth, because I don't believe flat Earth is a weird thing. I believe that it was like to trick people, like to brush it off like you are, like, oh, pancake, they're falling off the edge. Like, that's
dumb talk.
Verbiage is dumb talk, but it's to make you think if anybody says, is it exactly as it was taught to us in third grade?
Right.
You say, well, it's got to be because it's not dumb talk. I'm saying it's somewhere in between.
It's somewhere in between.
Yes.
So
a perfect cylinder.
I guess I don't understand what the fuck you're saying.
I guess what I'm
is
saying
the Earth
is
flat or not? I mean, that's the question I'm asking.
What I'm saying is that I don't believe it's a pancake floating around space, and I also don't believe that it's a perfectly circle ball that's spinning at 43,000 miles an hour, or whatever they say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I guess what I would say is, like, I'm not saying it's flat, I'm not saying it's round, I'm saying I don't know. And here's the problem. It's more likely round than it is flat.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is we definitely have been lied to through these institutions that we've been brought up
I
through.
understand.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so the schools are definitely lying to the children.
Well, you asked me. Is there any? Let me. You asked me this. Is there any publications in our school libraries that are inappropriate for children? We went into this a little bit last time.
Well, I have no idea. I haven't been in a school library.
So if I give you one of those books
years.
and say that this is in a sixth
give me
grader's,
a book that's in a school library right now that you might feel might be inappropriate.
Okay. And I want you to read it.
Yeah, and tell me. I'll give you my honest opinion.
So, but if that is true and it happens, then why can't they also tweak our minds about other things?
You know, my mom. I was talking to my mom on the phone the other day, and we were talking about you. She always asks how you're doing.
Awesome.
And then she goes,
"Well, you lied to her. You said, oh, dude, he's ripped his shoulder out of socket, had a heart attack."
And she goes, "How did this fucking guy come into your life?"
and then she goes, "Thank God he did."
Thank God. No, she does really like you, actually.
Awesome.
But she does ask, like, how did you meet this guy? She can never remember, like, figure out, like, how did this all happen? And I told her, you know, through Instagram and coming to this.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, I guess my transition is.
Here we go. Buckle up.
No, it's just.
Finally, Austin's transitioning. I've been wondering, but
again,
finally.
This guy cannot stop talking about LGBTQ and trans and everything.
Because they're part of the human race and they're important.
All I wanted to ask you is, how did you get from where you opened? What was your mindset to where it is now? Because it's such a completely different place. And again, I had a bunch of people here last weekend, or was it the weekend before?
Saturday. Davis Sutton's first ever headliner show
Which
here.
you did a great job, actually.
It was amazing.
Props to that guy. He does a really good job.
Davis, shout out. Should we get him on the pod or no?
No. And
Davis, that's throwing shade, baby.
No, I mean, just, you know, no.
Okay.
Okay. And then, so anyway, but it used to be a complete art studio, and now it's comedy venue.
And now it's coming back.
And now it's kind of coming back. But I loved the first time I came and how you had all the art on the wall. Is that ever going to get back to that?
Yes.
Yes,
Slowly
you are
but surely
going to
we're
do
getting there. My problem is I've been doing a lot of commissions, and I have a lot of time that's been taken because of this amazing comedy thing. So I don't have the time. I mean, I had 7-10 pieces all the time back then. I don't have that time now, and so I'm trying to play a game.
Should you dedicate more time to that? Like, I guess where I'm getting at is, like, I don't understand why there's posters of twins and Rocket Man and shit on the wall instead of art pieces.
Well, I'll give you the story.
Okay.
So those were actually posters that I had that somebody purchased from me, moved, framed them all professionally, and said, "Hey, can we put these up on your wall? If you sound whatever, just I'll sound like I don't even make anything.
Good faith.
Just get good faith. Well, no, not only that, I'll get rid of them for you. You're moving.
Yeah.
So I put them up, and I like that. But yes, these should probably be in the green room. I think that'll be a green room gimmick. But you're absolutely right. I hope I can get back to 10 pieces at all times.
Hanging them on the walls like an art studio.
I mean, I got one back here. I don't have much else to hang on the wall right now. I got a lot of commission. I'm 5 back.
I
want to shout out, by the way, Shout out Mike Evans Foundation. I'm actually working on a awesome multimedia piece for next Thursday is the Mike Evans Gala, you know. And I'd love to be there, but we have a show, so I actually can't. But I'm donating another piece. Last year it raised a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to donate another piece, and I'm doing the pirate ship. My version of it, the Buccaneers pirate ship, and all multimedia stuff. So it'll be collage, metal, like it'll have all kinds of stuff. So that's gonna be a fun one. But here's the problem: is like that'll never hang on my wall here because it goes right there. And so I have to. Here's my thing: I have to do a better job of getting that online where people know what I'm making.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nobody has a fucking clue.
No.
Again, I see this shit. I haven't seen any of those things on the Boombox shit on your Instagram or anything.
I know.
But I don't understand why. But again, you have your own problems. Apparently, you got a lot of problems.
You don't like to make money, Sean.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem like it. But.
Hey, I do it for the art and the craft, and I'm just so grateful. After selling my business up north, I'm grateful that I've been blessed with this opportunity here in Ybor to do what I love every single day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, so
Did you
one
get some
day,
pictures? I knew I could tell.
I like that too. Our studio, and one thing I wanted to say about studio audience. So one thing I wanted to say, guys, is the next step for us is we're going to be doing shows of live podcasts with people in the audience where we'll have some comedians up front, maybe a music act on the back end, but we'll do our 25, 30-minute segment where you guys can actually come sit in the audience and see a full show. We can answer questions, and if you want to ask or educate us on the Earth is flat or round, or
the LGBTQ community,
how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Like, we don't know, but we would love to do this for a group, and I think that's one of the big movements of bringing this back up to the stage is be like, this is where with the 70 people in the audience, I think it would be awesome to be interactive, and I think we're almost 2 years in now. May will be
damn, is it really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's wild. Wow.
We're how about this? June 15th, by the way, shout out, June 15th is our 1 year anniversary of comedy.
Oh, the comedy. Okay. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Glad that's going so well. And
but maybe for our 2 year anniversary show, that would be awesome to do like some big thing.
Yeah, we should figure that out. We'll do a big thing. If
we just say free drinks, and we'll just buy a bunch of like booze for people to drink for free.
Cheap ass booze, yeah.
And you know what?
Platinum vodka.
Do they have to be of age, or just anybody can come?
No, they got to be of age. Yeah, you're taking care of
35 and up.
You're taking care of the youth, aren't you?
No, 35 and up. I'm saying we don't even need like 21-year-old kids getting hammered.
35 and up.
Yeah,
Jenny's not welcome.
Holla.
All right, so we're cutting it off.
Cutting up what off?
The show. I mean, are we?
Do you think we
show?
did enough?
I think that was quite an episode.
All right, guys, thank you so much. And if you can comment, and the emails have been ridiculous, and we love it. But the growth of this thing, I want to prove to him we're not going to be canceled. More people are going to get eyes on this place. Yeah. But please come out to a show. We sponsor the whole comedy gimmick now. And thank you so much for watching. Where can we find you?
Tampa is Life, TampaIsLife.com.
You find me vintage_gimmick on Instagram, The Gimmick on Facebook, and you can just Google me, because when you Google comedy shows, The Gimmick pops right up in Tampa Bay.
Congratulations.
But guys, thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the What's Good Tampa Show. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at What's Good Tampa Show, or visit what'sgoodtampa.com to get involved with the show. See you next time.